A thread by Rex at social.quadvirum.com. Big. Just in. Director of National Intelligence Ratcliffe's stunning letter confirming his view that the Chinese Communist Party interfered in the 2020 election, and he is clearly pissed at how corrupt the intelligence community remains. Can you believe that the intelligence community used Chinese analysts to evaluate whether the CCP interfered? Surprise, surprise, the Chinese analysts concluded no. I am also hearing that Catherine Herridge is reporting that the ODNI conclusion that Iran and Russia also interfered. I note that the letter was signed on 7 January 2020, the day after the Congress breach. To me, that is extremely interesting. As I understand it, the D.C. National Guard were deployed late on January 6th, but the Pentagon approved the serious buildup on January 7 and 8. There are now 25,000 plus armed National Guard in Fortress, D.C. It is reasonable to conclude that the ODNI report and Ratcliffe's conclusions, likely combined with other intel, are influencing the astonishing scenes in D.C. right now. Such a significant buildup is consistent with plans by foreign enemies, China, Iran, and/or Russia, to cause mayhem in U.S. cities. In my opinion, they would have these plans in place in the event of a Trump inauguration. There is already significant evidence of Chinese involvement in BLM Antifa protests at the White House in 2020. Also, there have been large shipments of weaponry from China intercepted at U.S. ports. That points to infiltration. Pompeo has been confirming just that in his tweets. If the above is what is happening behind the scenes, America is facing the worst national security threat since World War II. What does this mean? There's always the hope that what we are seeing is an elaborate bipartisan plan to counter the enemy. Sadly, I doubt it. Given that Biden appears to be compromised by the CCP along with a slew of Democrats and some GOP Congress members, I assume that POTUS and his patriots cannot reveal what's going on to them. How about the intelligence community agencies? I think Trump has the leaders he wants in place. That's critical. Don't believe the hype or blowhard ex-generals. Again, just my opinion, but I think Haspel, Wray, Miller, Ratcliffe, Nakasone, etc. are all solid. Trump also has other key players in place, such as Ezra Cohen-Watnick, etc. Yes, there are compromised analysts and executives in each agency. I suspect most have been ID'd. Ratcliffe knows exactly who is pushing Beijing's line in the intelligence community. That's my sense of things. Over the last few weeks, we have seen a blizzard of misinformation designed to confuse the enemy. Biden's camp seem very unsure about coming to D.C. They appear confused about what the troop buildup means. Fake news have been more hysterical than ever, demonizing Trump and his supporters. Pelosi, in particular, seems unhinged. Her actions have been revealing. Even Trump is indicating, in his ambiguous way, that while he thinks the election was stolen, he will leave. Given all that, the behavior of the Dems is extremely strange, given we are supposed to believe that Biden won a significant landslide victory. Pelosi is taking actions that are extremely damaging to the Republic. There's the impeachment. But to me, appointing Swalwell as the impeachment manager and to the Intel Committee is the worst. It doesn't matter if he is no longer compromised by the CCP. The fact that he once was renders Swalwell ineligible. Plus, he's an idiot. Elmer Fudd would be more useful in Congress than Eric Swalwell. Then there's China Joe. Biden can barely get 1,000 views on YouTube. It makes no sense. I think they're cut out of the loop. They're worried. And if they're cut out of the loop, I suspect Xi and his thugs might be also. Right now, They may be thinking American leadership is divided and weak when it is far stronger than it appears. We will see, I guess. But back to the main point. Ratcliffe's assessment, combined with the troop buildup in D.C. and 49 other U.S. cities, tells me that there is a national security threat. I may be wrong. Perhaps this is all just to ensure an orderly transition of power. Better to be safe than sorry, I guess. But I suspect it's far more serious than that. My best guess is that the Chinese, as well as Iranians, have infiltrated armed militias within the U.S. They are to be used along with Antifa and BLM thugs to create mayhem if Biden is not inaugurated and or if Trump remains the president of the United States. Pelosi is under orders to do all she can to remove Trump and ensure that he cannot run again. It all points in one direction: remove Trump and cause mayhem if they can't, which makes perfect sense. You know why? Because it would benefit all of America's enemies, domestic and foreign. President Trump is an existential threat to the Dems, the GOP, the CCP, the mullahs, fake news, and the swamp. They must all act together to get rid of him. A second term of Trump is simply unthinkable. They cannot survive it, and they know it. You think I may be on the right track? Time will tell. Pray. MAGA. Addendum. Another thing. Most have missed this, but I think Executive Orders 13848 and 13849 were put into play a few weeks ago. Yes, I know it came from another executive order, but the new sanctions on investing in specific Chinese companies, including prohibitions on financing their operations and or listing on U.S. exchanges, marry up with Executive Orders 13848 and 13849. It's causing havoc for the CCP as well. There is a lot we know, but even more we do not know about what is going on. Trust Trump. Support Quadvirum. Quadvirum.com/support us. Support this channel. PayPal, Venmo, etc. Links in the description. Come see my live stream, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be all lit up.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.